When you put someone on a pedestal, you force them to look down on you. Welcome to the Sugar and Napalm podcast. Join us as we explore the sweet and explosive world of human connections. Here is your host, Sandy.
Welcome back to another episode of the Sugar and Napalm podcast. Today we're discussing one of the many tools in getting over heartbreak, and that is the grudge list. Sounds ominous? Good. It's supposed to be. Today we are taking the first steps in healing your heart by bringing your formerly special someone back to earth using a simple yet effective strategy. What in the world is a grudge list, you say? Before I spill the beans, let's discuss how one feels at the onset of a breakup. Imagine having been freshly dumped by the love of your life. Most times, it comes out of nowhere, and you begin the quick descent into misery. You blame yourself, you gorge on ice cream, and you go shopping for pain by listening to the saddest songs ever written. We've all been there. And one of the things we tend to do during this time is we put our now former partner on a pedestal. You mentally and emotionally place them in an ivory tower above everyone else that has been in your life. In your mind, they are the most beautiful and perfect human to walk the earth, and you would do anything in that particular moment to get them back. Does this scenario ring a bell? Bring back memories? It's time to now shatter this illusion and bring them back down to earth. In an effort to take the sting out of the end of your relationship, you have to do a few things. And the grudge list, which I will explain shortly, is one of the most effective ways to begin the healing process. Before you work on this grudge list, you must first humanize your former flame. He or she is human, which means they shit and it stinks. They are fallible. They make mistakes and are not perfect. Nobody is. While they are unique, as all people are, they are not the only person in this world of 8 billion people, and counting, that can feel strong emotions for you. Your ex gets sick. They sometimes smell. They have imperfections, like all of us, and they were definitely not perfect during your relationship. This is vital to understand in order to move on to the grudge list. Okay, the grudge list is a pros and cons list that you make without the pros. This list is designed to highlight all of the things that you did not like about in your previous relationship, and while it may be painful to do, you must sit in your pain and put on paper all of the negative aspects about your previous relationship and former partner. As Zach De La Rocha said in the Rage Against the Machine song, Freedom, anger is a gift. Use this gift to help craft your grudge list. You need to reach back into your memory and document all the things that happened in which you did not like. And it could be as petty and insignificant as you need it to be. Don't like the way he chooses food? Put it on the list. You hate the fact that she has men in her DMs constantly? Put it on the list. Feel like he could lose 50 pounds? Put it on the list. Did it upset you when she would change plans at the last second? Put it and everything else like it on the list. While it seems painful in the moment, you will thank me later. All right. Now that you have your list of grudges, and it should be long and detailed, what are you going to do with it? You are not going to post it on Facebook. You are not going to mail it to your ex. You are certainly not going to burn it in effigy. But you will keep it within arm's reach at all times, and here's why. The grudge list is designed to keep your ex off the proverbial pedestal. So when you begin to feel remorse over the loss of your relationship, you need to reframe your sadness with reality. And you can do this by referring back to your grudge list and read off everything you did not like about the relationship and your former partner. Reading things like, "She told a million white lies," or "He wouldn't post me on Insta," will remind you that he or she was not that great. Keeping them off the pedestal is one of the most important things you can do to begin the healing process. And not until you have completely healed from this past relationship should you go and seek another one, because then you're only kicking the can down the road and forcing your trauma on the next unsuspecting victim. Breakups are hard, especially if you were the one who was dumped. Creating a grudge list does not absolve you from any responsibility of the breakup, but it is designed to keep your ex where they need to be, on planet Earth as a mere mortal that can and will eventually be replaced by someone of equal or better value. Consider this. If your former relationship was so great, then why did it end? When you're in the middle of a long-term relationship, it's often difficult to see cracks in the proverbial foundation. Red flags are overlooked, behaviors tolerated, and micro indiscretions are ignored. After the breakup, use this time to learn what went wrong, so the next time you are ready to connect with someone else, you won't make the same relationship mistakes that you and your former partner made when you dated each other. Bringing your ex down off the pedestal is only the first step towards healing, and the grudge list does a great job of this. But that is only the beginning. Hopefully we will discuss more strategies for getting over a failed relationship in a future podcast. However, next week we will focus on what to do while you are currently in a committed relationship. And fellas, you will want to tune in because this next episode is for you. See you on the flip side. Tune in every Thursday for a unique journey that is both entertaining and enlightening. The Sugar Napalm Podcast. Available on Spotify, Apple, and Google. Remember, life is messy, and tomorrow is a new day.